The Good. Action. Welcome to The Good. My name is Taya. I'm a global citizen, mom of 2+2, and businesswoman running 5 different media businesses, and also the founder of Norwegian luxury brand Serena. And today my guest is Filippa, founder of Aegis, Norwegian brand focusing on smart, responsible wear.
Yes.
You can see. And I'm very excited to have Filippa here because today I want to dive into the conversation about entrepreneurship in Norway in particular, and that's how we met.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, Filippa, do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. We met at Repasto and Fabric House's event at Sorgenfri, and I was at the panel and we had this pop-up thing there. And you came up to me and Ingrid, my co-founder, and yeah, we just started talking about our clothes, your purse, of course, that you were wearing. And yeah, we just, I feel like we hit it off right away. We were like talking about photo shoots immediately, let's do this and this. And then after you left, me and Ingrid went to your website and we were like, okay, we need to do some sort of collaboration here because it just fits. You know, yeah.
That's so exciting what you're saying. Also, I remember that energy of, and particularly with you, why I wanted to talk about entrepreneurship, because it was like, you know what, let's have this partnership, let's make something happen. Yeah. Everything else, all the structures, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's just create it together. Let's do it.
Yes.
Which is very, on my journey here in Norway, and I've been here for many years now.
Yeah.
I've realized that entrepreneurship is not something that is really common or thriving, and that's why I was fascinated by you, and I want to get to know you more. So I want to let's just lay out the surface. So where are you right now? So with the Aegis. So you are co-founder of Aegis.
Correct.
You're wearing it. I wore it a few times. Wore it in
you
Copenhagen Fashion Week.
I love that.
Hadid family, which was
I
great
saw that.
part.
And you're in Vogue business.
Yes, in Vogue Business Scandinavia. So I did
milestone.
Did my marketing job, but it's really great pieces, and I had a lot of positive feedback. Where are you right now with the brand? What's happening right now? And then we're going to go back.
Yes, love that. So, yes, I'm the CEO and co-founder of Aegis by Aegis, so a Norwegian fashion brand. And yeah, so we create timeless, high-quality pieces that combine comfort and style. And we do through a responsible and thoughtful production process. So right now we launched our collection last year. We produce our clothes in Italy. And so actually we started the whole design process in 2019. But last year we launched for real Aegis by Aegis. So before that we actually did our hand-sewn garments and sold it on our website. So we feel like we really launched last year with the high quality pieces made in Italy. Mm-hmm. So we do our cooperation with Repasto. So they're really the reason we're able to do it, because we have very low quantity production. So that's why we call ourselves slow fashion brand. We are self-funded. And so when I met Sara, I was like, hey, we're a startup. We only can produce like this much. We have this much money. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to the Italians. I'm going to see what we can do. And together we were able to do like really low quantity production.
Mm-hmm.
As a pilot customer for Repasto.
That's exciting. And when did you decide to go on this journey with Aegis and maybe met your co-founder and why you decided to merge together?
Yeah, that's an interesting story actually, because my whole life I've been struggling to find clothes that I feel comfortable in, because I have something called hyperhidrosis, so like excessive sweating. So I really struggled to find clothes that didn't show sweat marks and that I felt comfortable in. And then I also went to Australia where I studied my bachelor degree. And everyone was struggling to find wear clothes that they felt comfortable in, because they were also like, oh, I don't feel comfortable, the fabrics I'm wearing are not breathable. And then I thought we should create like a fashion brand that's like of breathable materials, comfortable, and clothes that you can feel confident in, you know, like blazers, shirts, not just like white and black t-shirts that I usually wore. So when I came back home from my studies in Australia, I reached out on like Instagram and Facebook and my friends, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a fashion designer. And yeah, and then we met, Ingrid and I, through a common friend of ours, and she showed me her like beautiful designs. I was more like, back then I wore only like basic clothes, and then she showed me, yeah, her really high fashion designs, and I was like, wow, these are like red carpet looks. And I never envisioned myself or my own clothing brand becoming something like that. But yeah, together we created this brand, Ages by Ages. Age, Ingrid, Elise Hilde, and me, Filippa Sekkelsten. Ages.
That's so. How many years ago you connected? Would you say?
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
So from that connection to now, as you said, the brand is being a brand with the supply chain backed up.
Yes.
With something with we just talked about the websites and with things that are more functioning.
Exactly.
With the end technical part of Ripasto.
Yeah.
So it's really a wonderful.
We're a whole brand now.
Journey. Yes.
Yeah.
And bootstrapped.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Which is,
it's all self-funded, which is actually crazy. We both had like studies and part-time jobs the whole way. I still have a part-time job working as a marketing consultant. So this whole time we've just been trying to build something because we really care. We wanted to build something of ourselves and also bring value into the fashion industry, which is so, yeah.
I remember one of the times when we had the exchange of clothes or conversations, I've started asking you about your journey.
Yeah.
And it was from the point of view, it's like, how did you do it? And then you went, you know what, it was difficult.
It was difficult.
So what was that difficult part that you can think of?
I guess growing up, I was kind of naive, I think, because I actually, as like a 12-year-old, I went to this competition on TV called Skaperen. It's like a Shark Tank show. For entrepreneurs, and then I got to the semifinals with my product, with my friends on live television and everything, and I was like, wow, we have this great product, we're having fun, we're pitching it, everything's going great. And then when I went to like high school, I was like, let's do like an entrepreneurial journey again. And you know, I think as long as you're like determined and you really love your idea, I think you can come really far. But it's also about, you know, you need money, you need resources, you need to build up a community, and that takes years. Yeah, it's all about community actually to get where you are.
What did your family say about, you know, you going through this past 5 years?
I think they realize by now that they can't stop me. But I think they are really proud of me actually to see, because also because I've been having like all of these part-time jobs. At one time I had like 3 different jobs or something, working like morning till night, and I basically still do that. So, but you know, I think they find it a bit difficult, of course, to see me, because they know I could have like a normal job and actually, yeah, always pay my bills and not be kind of, yeah. So
with Norwegian point of view, always pay your bills and things, and what you are doing, are you always putting money that you have to the business?
Yeah.
Or, yes.
I am. I don't think I've had any like spare money or like an account in like years, because I just see the potential of Ages and what Ingrid and I can do. So we've both just been putting in money to the project because we really think it's going to be worth it. And when thinking about it, like, people pay so much money for education. So, you know, if you're like invested a couple of hundreds of thousands of kroners into your business, like, I don't think you're gonna regret it. Like, I don't regret a single penny, at least. Like,
I'm gonna ask a bit controversial question.
yeah.
Do you have debts?
It depends, like, on the question, but yeah, I do have some debts. Like, some debt to my mom, who was so kind to borrow me some money, and also I own like my own property, so I have like some real estate mortgage it's called.
Okay.
But it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's I think it's important to, it's a bit sensitive question too, it's very personal, but to understand, you know, they'll lay out also from where you are, but also from a point of view of others, maybe, because in the context of the good. So I want to also show to, I don't know, to the future you, or somebody, you know, as I've noticed, this entrepreneurial ground here is not so fertile. And what's your opinion about that? Why is that?
Because it's, you know, we get caught into a system and we think we're supposed to, right after high school, go educate ourselves, get a job. And once you get a job, it's really difficult to just jump out and actually start a business. Like, where do you start? Like, you have to do basically everything yourself or get someone else to do it, and that costs money. So you just see a bunch of problems without starting. So I feel like maybe, like, if you feel like you have an idea, just, even though maybe you're in a job or at school, just begin, like, start somewhere, you know? I think many people are scared just to start that first step.
What would you do if you maybe didn't have family close by, but you were in the system?
Yeah.
Norwegian system, you were maybe somebody who's finishing university, because the good thing, education is free and there is some support, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's loan, but you're able to get education.
Yeah.
But you have nothing. Basically, you have, only thing you have is maybe the part-time job that you do, that you need to pay for living and food and nothing else. What would you recommend to your younger self in that place?
I think there are actually also a lot of resources, especially in Norway, that people don't take advantage of. Like, me and Ingrid, we went to like lots of pitching contests and talked to investors and everything. But we ended up bootstrapping because we were able to, because we had the extra money. But if you don't, I think it's important to seek the resources that are available.
It's very interesting to go into this entrepreneurial process. Okay, let's say you don't have any options, your own money or anything, but you have this passion, fire, idea that drilling you, that not letting you sleep at night, and just excites you. But good.
Yeah.
So you're there. So what? So funds that you know about, or the processes that you went through. How difficult was it? Share a bit, like, more in detail. Yeah,
so when Ingrid and I started, we actually entered lots of pitching contests. So we had like DNB, Solofondet, the soda company actually, and we also applied to Innovasjon Norge. And Innovasjon Norge, it all seems so easy, but it's so difficult. We ended up, like, we had a meeting, we wrote some documents, sent in to them, and basically it was like, well, you're a fashion brand, we don't really support fashion brands. But we were like, at that time, we were sewing the clothes ourselves, selling them on our website. We didn't ask for much at all, like, at all. And we felt like it was kind of like shut down, and we were like, wow, this was difficult. Like, we felt very unique. We felt kind of unseen. But then they were like, okay, just start and sell some products and just keep going, and then you can apply later. So, but still, we haven't really had any luck, to be honest.
And that's very interesting with Innovation Norway, because I also went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time.
We're in it together.
A lot of frustration. And it's like, yeah, well, you fashion. Sorry, I mean,
yeah.
unless you are, I would say something tech,
Very innovative.
or like some public, like I don't know, state optimization thing that goes for many. So as an entrepreneur, it's like you know you might do well in those niches, but outside of those niches, at least my experience, it's and something that is not so practical like fashion, kind of on the public big eye.
Exactly.
It's like,
and people view fashion as like basically throwaway items now, like now in society, but also I feel like, you know, some investors and Innovation Norway maybe like it's just a trend thing, but it's not, you know.
What was your most successful pitch or meeting with investors that you remember that made you feel like, you know, oh my God, well, there is a hope, maybe somebody can help me?
That was actually, we went to something called Startup Weekend. It's a whole weekend where you like start a company in just a weekend. And that's basically where we started the idea of Aegis. And that was so cool. Like they were more open-minded and everything. And the day after we came back, we went on a competition, pitching competition. They're called, I can't remember right now. Either way, when we were on stage, they were like really hyped, and we got like small funds but that was also just because like in the pitch we mentioned we want to spend our money on this and this and this. So we had just really good pitch basically. But like further than that, seeking like lots of funds. That's what it's the hard part comes.
Did you get any money from that?
Yeah. So we got 10,000 there, okay. 10,000 kroners. Like where do you get?
Dollars, yeah.
But we were sewing the clothes ourselves, so like that we got far with that, and then we got 30,000 kroners from Solofondet, the soda company, and another 10,000 from another pitching contest. So in total, you know, 50,000.
So you got $5,000. So you got some soft money,
and it costs 30,000 to start a company.
So you got some
20,000.
And with the business, so you, as you said, so you had this background of the entrepreneurship even since you were a kid. So you were driven by this idea, creating something, but the part of the business is making money.
Yeah, exactly.
So with the whole, fashion, nobody cares, throw away not essential items.
Yeah.
Is there any business possibility when you went? Because the thing is, when you go through pitching, I don't know, with those particular, maybe early days, early stages when you still need to create something, but moving forward, if you were to be in the competition now with the business competition, is there hope financial?
I say it's hope, but a lot of investors want to see big numbers, and I think for us, like, we're not talking about being a trend and trending like the next day and the next year. Like, we want to build something sustainable and something we can be proud of, and then that's where it's difficult, because we can't just sell a bunch of items the next months, or we can, but it's difficult. We need to build teams and everything, and then you become I think you would have to jump to become a big company rather than small, rather than
for
small.
You in this world that you know of, with also your story, that your setup of the business that you know of, to make that jump to the big company, how much investment do you think you will change, everything? To
change everything, it would be millions of kroners, I think. Okay. But to start easy, I think just hundreds of thousands of kroners would be sufficient for us to take like the next step, actually.
And what is the next step?
That would be creating a new fashion line, maybe hiring 1 or 2 consultants or part-time employees, so that we can spread out the work, because, I want to drive the company, and I love doing the small work as well, like in the storage, sending out, the products and everything, in the marketing bit, photos, but everything. But sometimes the small things take so much time, and that's the thing that would help a lot.
On that note, on the storage, shipping, makeup, I've seen you a lot with the ironing.
with my steamer.
You and steamer. It's like every time I've seen
steamer.
you with the events, we did you and the steamer.
Oh yeah, that's me.
The typical day of the entrepreneur, Filippa.
Yeah. So I wake up, I answer to emails, I check the web page, I do some marketing on Instagram, I maybe go ship some products, I talk to Ingrid, meetings, connections, I don't know. Yeah. My ultimate day would be like meeting someone like you, someone in the community, and yeah, it's honestly like every day is so different for me, and yeah, it's a difficult question actually. So it's such an easy question, but such a difficult question.
Okay, on that point of view and the day and because in your mind you have a vision.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask 2 milestones, and one maybe will be a bit closer. So in 5 years' time, where Filippa entrepreneur, but also entrepreneur, businesswoman, human being. Yeah. Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years. I might not actually live in Norway in 5 years. I don't know. We'll see. I love Norway, but I want to explore as well, actually. Yeah. In 5 years, hopefully me and Ingrid will run Aegis. We'll have some employees and bigger community. And we'll see Aegis in different countries, not only Europe, maybe America, maybe Asia. That would be a dream. See other people wearing my garments who are strangers in like another city or something. That would be so cool. Yeah.
Amazing. And for people wanting to start the entrepreneurial journey, if you have to give them one, and particularly younger person, that person who is at uni or finishing uni, or it's like I would say between 18 till 20 something. Yeah. Living, especially in Norway, in this society that is very good and have a lot of amazing things, but perhaps not so friendly for young entrepreneurs. Yeah. What one advice can you give?
My one and biggest advice would be never stop learning. Don't be afraid to try new things. You don't know marketing? Just try it. Take some pictures, post it, see how it feels, Try everything and see what you love, and you'll get somewhere, You'll get closer to your goal every day. So just start. Yeah.
I love it. That's very good. And on the good of the podcast, in the entrepreneurship, what would you say is the good thing that fuels you on this entrepreneurial path that you've taken?
I feel so much more confidence in myself. I actually feel like since me and Ingrid have accomplished everything that we have, I feel like I basically can do anything, to be honest. Like, I'm not that scared anymore to try new things when it comes to business or just general in life. I'm not that scared anymore. And I used to be a really, really shy kid who didn't dress up and was like basically hiding, but now I feel empowered, basically. Yeah.
I love that. And and it's not being scared. Yeah. It's freedom.
It is. Yeah.
Because
for sure
you're free to do whatever, you know, whatever life gets, in front of you, you can do it.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taya.
This was
so fun.
It was really great. Thank you.
I really appreciate this.
Cut.